Hi friends, welcome back to my channel Streaming with Swadin. And previously, my most favorite movie that I've seen on the Holocaust was 1997 Italian movie directed by Roberto Benigni, and the name of that movie was Life is Beautiful. But now I think I have a new favorite, and that is a 1993 English language movie named Cinderella's List, directed by Steven Spielberg. And today I'm going to stream about Cinderella's List.
Whoever saves one life saves the world entire.
And this movie is available in Netflix for Indian audiences and maybe for the abroad audiences outside India as well. I don't know for the people for the outside, but in India the audiences can check this movie out in the Netflix, and it's an old movie, so I assume that most people have watched it. So I will discuss about this movie with all the spoilers and everything. Before I start, I would like to remind you that don't forget to hit the like button if you like this video, and do subscribe this channel. Your subscription is definitely be very helpful to develop this channel and for the growth of this channel. And beside the subscription there is a bell icon. Do hit the bell icon for notification, and you can also follow me on my social network pages like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and the links for the social network pages will be given in the description box. The link will be given below. In 1994 Oscars, this movie won 7 Oscars awards. Steven Spielberg, Gerald R. Mohan, Danko Lewis won for the Best Picture, and Steven Spielberg also won for the Best Directors Award. Steven Zillin won for the Best Writing, Screenplay, Best on the Material Previously Produced or Published, and Janusz Kaminsk, I'm sorry for the pronunciation, let me try once again. Janusz Kaminsk won for the Best Cinematography, and cinematography of this movie was really amazing. And Alan Starsky and Eva Brown won for the Best Art Direction and Set Decoration. Michael Kahn for the Best Film Editing, and John Williams won for the Best Music and Original Score. And other than that, this movie also won several BAFTA awards in various categories, and many other international awards. And it's a shame that I haven't seen this movie before, and finally I am able to watch this movie. This movie follows the story of Oskar Schindler, and this movie is inspired from a book named Cinderella's Ark by Thomas Kennelly that was published in 1982. And this movie is a true story about a businessman who was part of a Nazi party, went to Poland to use Jewish labor at cheaper rate during World War II, and to exploit them. And at first he is shown as a very worried about his profit and his benefit, but soon he sees the persecutions of Jews that takes everywhere, and he suddenly realized that Jews are actually coming to his factory, and gradually as the story develops, like he realized that the Jewish people are actually coming to his factory for refuge. That was the only safe place that they had, and he somehow used his contacts to bribe officials and saved 1100 Jews in his factory. And that is what the story is all about, and how it is The only minor problem I faced while watching this movie is that there were so many dialogues in German language and there was no English subtitle for several of the dialogues. I don't know why it was there in that my print or whatever reason, I don't know, but it was how it is, and I don't think I missed anything as such. But there was quite a few scenes where they were talking in German language and there was no subtitle. The entire World War II era was shot in black and white, and only a small girl was shown wearing red dress. Which was quite interesting. So I was a little confused at what was the director trying to show while watching the movie, and in a way it was a bit distracting as well. So later I found trying to put across the message that the director himself explained, that he was trying to put up the message that US knew everything about the Holocaust and they didn't do anything. The red also symbolizes the horror that Oskar Schindler was witnessing, and this is a 3 hour 15 minutes long movie, and to be honest, I never felt the length of the movie. I felt I could have watched this movie forever. It was so well made and so great, such a great movie. It was done so beautifully. If this movie had been a 5 hours movie, also I wouldn't have minded, to be honest. I like this movie so much. The cinematography of this movie is so amazing, and a scene of persecution, barbarism unleashed on by the Nazis on the Jews were disturbing and brutal visually, but they are very well done. Like creatively, it was very well done. At times you might want to stop the movie and you feel breathless and want to breathe. And I read so many stories and seen documentaries on Holocaust, but I think this is the first time I saw the scene so visually, and it was unbelievable experience. It was like we were transported into that place. It was I felt like I was transported into that place and I'm witnessing everything. It was such a great movie. To imagine that these things actually happen for real is so surreal in nature. And there is a scene where the Nazi officer is sitting in a balcony and killing innocent people who he feels are weak and are slowed down for a bit too slow for their jobs. And the officer was so much of showing so much of enthusiasm, like a childlike enthusiasm, and his wife was sleeping on a bed, and it was an unbelievable scene. It was so brutal and so unbelievable, and there's several such great scenes. And there's another about the gas chamber scene where I thought that we are watching how the Jews were killed in gas chamber during the Holocaust, and that scene was really very scary and really amazing. But later they just diverted the scene, showing that the water falling, and there was no like they didn't really show us the gas chamber killing, but it was really terrific scene, the way it was developed, and the amazing final scene where Cinderella realized the value of human life and compared to any jewels or wealth in the world. And I thought that was an amazing scene, that the realization and the character development of that person. This movie and this chapter of history, a message about the value for democracy and how absolute power by a single entity can be very, very destructive. And it was how much human can get corrupt and barbaric if they get absolute power, and people can really get brainwashed by certain people, and that is what the Holocaust and entire Holocaust was all about. But for the first time watching it in in such a movie. Really amazing, and the acting by all the actors was absolutely brilliant. I must admit that I was quite surprised to see Liam Neeson in the lead as Oskar Schindler, because I started watching him first time in the movie like Taken, which got released in 2006. I never watched his previous movies. Sorry, in 2008 I think the Taken got released. So I saw him in those type of action movie. I never seen him this type of a movie, so, and his previous work. So it's really amazing that I mostly I used to think him as an action hero. So I didn't know that he can act in movies like these as well, and I feel a little embarrassed to admit that I didn't even recognize Ben Kingsley at all in the movie. I realized his character during the end. I must also mention Ralph Fiennes as mean, brutal Nazi officer Amon Goet Takayem, and all the actors in the movie is so good in whatever they are doing. And I must also mention the background music and the soundtrack used in this movie. It was so beautiful and so amazing, and it was complementing this movie so beautifully throughout the movie, and I loved everything about this movie. And this is truly a masterpiece, and this is the kind of movie that should be called masterpiece. It is true classic in every sense, and I'm sure that this will remain. This will be a memorable movie for a very, very long time, and it is truly looks like a classic movie, and no amount of rating is enough to describe this amazing movie. I can go on talking about this movie and every scene about this movie for several hours, and I love this movie so much, but I prefer to end this video here. So do give me any movie suggestion. This movie was suggested to me long time back by one of you guys, and I liked it a lot, and so thank you for this great suggestion, and also give me more suggestion for such really good movies, because I would definitely watch the movies that you recommend me. And thank you for watching this video. Do write down in the comment section about your recommendation and anything you want to say about this movie. What do you think about this movie? Do write down in the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. Be safe, take care, and cheers.